everybody. Welcome to this Adrienne Ross Show live stream. Okay, we have new member Diggity Dog. Welcome, Diggity Dog. You were already a member, Diggity Dog, weren't you? Welcome, Robert H. Welcome. So glad you are here. So glad you are here, and I believe you're in for a treat. So we just finished up a members live, members only, our weekly live stream. Those of you who don't know about it, you can become a member of the channel. And so I'm going to put that link for those who don't know. Those of you who don't know, let me put that link in here so you can check out the memberships. Let me get that up. I feel like there's something. Oh, there it is. All right. Let me get that link so that if you don't know, because I've had people say, I don't know how to join or find out about joining. So I'm going to put the link in. You can check it out. And there it is. There it is. Okay. All right. So who else? We got Smoke. Said he'll be right back. He was just on the members live. William is here. Lindy. Thank you, Lindy. I appreciate that. Kara is over from our live stream. Kara, one of our moderators. Let me add DaPope to the stage as I say hello to everybody. So we have Kara, Hannah, Basil is here, and let's see, Amor came over. Like I said, we just had the members live, and Pope graced us with his company over there. We just gave them a little bit on the members only live because we wanted to carry that over here. We just gave them a little exclusivity.
Yes, I like that. I like that.
And word. So Mike Wiseman is here. They're in the chat talking about the NFL draft. So Vianne is here. Kara came on over. Let's see. Who else have I not shouted out yet? Lori White in the house. Okay, Robert says, I've been a sub of your channel since like 4K subs. Finally decided to join the members. All right. Welcome to the fam. Glad you're here. UTV is here. Kelly Marie. And Kelly, make sure you don't forget to send me that email. I got the ones from everyone. But I have your email address, actually. So you're good. You're good. You're good. Okay. Hannah, Kelly, Kara, Donna, Tina, Vonda. I'm glad. Let's fill it up. Hit the like button on your way in. Want to say our hellos, and then I'm going to turn him loose.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button because we got 11 likes.
Yes. So 9 days till the Fever preseason. Ellie, okay, you're going to send it again. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. In a moment, Pope, I'm gonna. Everybody knows who you are, but we're always believing that more people are coming through. So in a moment, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself and your channel because there might be some people who've missed out.
Okay.
UTV, I shouted you out. I am so glad you're here. D-Hawk came on over from the members live.
I see False God. I see everybody in the building. Yes, Jess Jewels.
Yes.
UTV False God. Yeah.
I just say the UTV part. I don't know what the other.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got you.
Mike says that like button is lonely, people.
Yeah, for real.
Tell them. All right. So I'm sure people are going to be filling the chat. Araceli came over. You recognize a lot of these names, Pope?
Some. Araceli for sure.
Yep. You know Smoke Davis or no?
Yep. Smoke Davis, Tina Hay, Mike Hall. I've seen before.
Freedom Runner?
Nope. Nope.
All right. Freedom Runner. He's faithful. He's fam.
Nancy. No, Nancy. Definitely.
Yes. All right. Okay. So, what I want to do is jump right in. But again, I want you to start by telling us who you are, what you do, about your channel. Many of them know, but some may not. So you have the
Well,
floor.
thank you, Miss Adrienne Ross. And I love being up here with you, our energy and how we getting down. It's always going to be fun. So good times. Make sure we hit the like button. We have, it's me and Ross, y'all.
Come
Okay.
on.
We got to hit the like button. Because
Come
I
on.
remember when we started way back when this all started. And now, look, listen, Miss Adrienne Ross, what are you at? Almost at the 50K. So make sure y'all subscribe to Miss Adrienne Ross if you just coming in here for the first time on both of us. Now, my name is DaPope. I be frank all the time about a lot of situations. Very blunt about the situations at hand, which a lot of hating going down, a lot of people, a lot of narratives are getting spent. So my channel is more about definitely the basketball because I coach and I train kids at basketball and things like that, and know a lot about the basketball part of it. But a lot of this race baiting and narrative and this division that they trying to cause in the WNBA and against Caitlin Clark, I call a lot of that type of stuff out. And so we have fun times and we have real serious talks at times as well.
Yes, very good. So, it's the Just Being Frank show, right?
Yes, ma'am. Just Being Frank show.
Yeah, make sure you check it out. Click the like button, subscribe button, like buttons for his video, subscribe. Somebody wrote, Sueda said, I usually just lurk over on your channel. So you might not know her name, but folks will be there, even though sometimes you don't even know they're there.
Right? Yeah.
Kat just reminded us what she said over on the members live, and it's right here. She said, that's what I said. The members in the members only chat, it all started with you two for me. So here we are together. Someone asked, are you changing your format for your show?
Me?
Yeah, someone, I think they were talking about you. I think it was for you. I might be wrong, but I thought that was for you.
I mean, I'm definitely always gonna try to upgrade and make the show better as time goes on. So yes, indeed, I'm gonna try to do different things. And it was even since I got my kids now too. I'm really heavy thinking about doing some skits too. So writing up some skits and getting them
Nice.
involved.
That's what I do. Or
Yeah.
have have done.
Well, we need to get you back on out here doing some more things.
Listen, you just wrote another song.
Yes,
and
man.
we're going to share that song because I want to make sure everybody hears it. But before we do, you talked about division and the WNBA and all that. How and when did you become a Caitlin Clark fan? Because you don't fit, as I don't, that when you hear all the narratives out there, we don't fit the stereotypical Caitlin Clark fans.
Mm-hmm.
The stereotypical, we know what's up, but you know how that narrative is.
I do.
What brought you into the fold?
Well, what brought me to the fold was I kept hearing it's a white girl, Steph Curry, that plays in college basketball. And I kept hearing it and the March Madness was going on. And they kept saying, I see her numbers. She dropped 30 this game, 30 that game. And so when they got to the Final Four, I had a chance to check out South Carolina versus Caitlin Clark in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like a little bit of race baiting in the white team versus the black team in that game. But they didn't give them no chance. I didn't. I'm looking at that team, South Carolina, and I'm looking at this team. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so. And they undefeated. They undefeated, right? And what she displayed in that game was just masterful. She put on a masterpiece, masterclass in that game. And all 41 points, 39 points that she scored, they was all much needed buckets, and she did them in pivotal times of the game. And so I'm looking at Clutch Gene. I'm looking at very poised and cool, calm, and collected. I'm looking at how she even playing the defense, how she knows the scouting report. When she waved off those two players, I forget the first player, the starter.
Raven Johnson was one.
Yeah, no, I think yes. She was doing it to both of them, but I think she waved off the starter.
Okay.
And she was like, "No, I don't got to guard her." No, it was actually Raven Johnson. It was Raven. But yes, but that's to me. She read the scouting report. It says you're terrible from there,
right?
And you guys have these big dogs in Carmelo Cardosa and Aaliyah Boston, and so I'm gonna help out because we small, so I got to help them out and take them that completely away. So while people took that as a slight or she was taunting, no, she's not taunting. She read the scouting report. The scouting report is taunting. It's saying that you are terrible from right there.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Right. Yeah, it is what it is, right? Caitlin was saying, she's not Caitlin. You don't need to guard her all the way out there, right? Yeah. I just want to insert in here, Nancy, she said that question was for you about your show. Seems like she says your format is more formal. Sounds like she said it's more formal now, and she likes it. So she's seeing a difference in that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I took out the being too blunt, no pun intended. I took out being too blunt and the cuss words. I took out the cuss words definitely because YouTube, they have blessed, I've been blessed to be able to get a paycheck from YouTube. So I got to take it as this is work. At first I just take it. I like to drop content. I like to give, freedom of speech, tell people what's on my mind and just be very authentically myself, not unapologetically like some people. So I apologize for the way if I rubbed people the wrong way. Your kids was listening and I was ranting and saying unchoice words because I have a vocabulary and I know how to stretch it out and talk to the people. So and still be, my authentic self. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. It's been a while since we've done this. And someone said, what is your channel name? What I need the link. Let me get the link so that I can put it in here. So everybody can go over and subscribe right now.
Let's see. How do I
I'm gonna get the link right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it right now and put it in so everybody can make your way.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Donna. Yes. Yeah, we gotta keep it professional. And I'm learning from Miss Ross. I'm learning from the best. You understand? I try to follow her. I try to follow her steps and how she moves. You got to watch. You got to learn. You got to grow. That's how you grow.
I appreciate that. Yeah, very professional. Donna said, and I just put the link. So that's his channel. And go on and give it some love over there. Smoke says Pope is hilarious and on point. On point. All right. Speaking about on point, I want to start first with this song you created. And we're going to springboard off of that song. And we're going to be talking about Caitlin, the Fever, the WNBA, what you foresee for this coming year. Because this song, if y'all didn't hear it, y'all about to hear it. Some people are already talking about it.
I know.
Oh, my goodness. I felt like Stephen A. Some of you talking about it already, right? They're already talking about it, but some have not heard this song. It's rap song. It's creative. There's a message in it, and I ain't going to say too much. I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to have him talk more about it. This is the second. This is not the first song he's done. This is the second one. When did you do the last one? Has it been a full year yet? No, it was after the WNBA season started.
Yes, ma'am. Yep. It was after the WNBA season started. I want to say probably within like the first month of the WNBA season or first few weeks of the WNBA season.
Yes.
I know I think it was right before All-Star break, or right around All-Star break.
Okay. And then he had t-shirt, he had a video. And so you get the t-shirt, you get the video. And there were so many people buying the t-shirt, he had to stop selling the t-shirt. He said, I don't have time to send all these t-shirts. But people were snatching them up, for real.
Yes,
So here
thank
we
you.
go with this one. I'm going to share this screen. Hopefully an ad doesn't stop us here. But if so, we'll just wait it out. Let's go. Turn up your volumes, everybody.
Smoke, I got you on the first song. Okay, I'm gonna have to put the lyrics to the first song. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. There he is. There's that professional look right there. Somebody said play it loud. I'm going to have the volume up as high as I can get it. All right, everybody. Tune in. Check it out. This is called, tell us what it's called.
CC for you, CC22 Part 2.
Here we go. All right. There you are.
Welcome to the Just Being Frank show, the realest sports talk show on YouTube, giving fans a real-life perspective on sports and entertainment.
You knew better, you do better. Who do it better? CC for you. CC22. Yeah, 2. Let's get it. Let's come in for you. What's with all the hype? Is it all because she white? Let's come in for you. Nah, she a dog. She can ball like she might. Let's come in for you. Soaring through the sky, it's a Hawkeye legend. Let's come in for you. Now the fever on fire, WNBA jam. Fast break, she on the move. Go hard, win or lose. Dog on the court, but show charm in an interview. Even though they all hating, even though it's all Caitlin. Sorry, bust your moles, but this year gonna be hard breaking. MVP, bad dad, logo 3-step bags. No look past, catch that. Nike couldn't check that. So check that, hating at the door. We in year 2 with the bit, and if she the goat, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, rumble CC like Muhammad Ali, shake the haters off like John the Liquidator. They games premature, should be bolder than incubators. Keep putting ink to paper, keep signing for meals. If they try to lock you out, they'll be shining your wheels, working at a car wash, cause most of them all wash, claiming they the reason that most of us all watch.
Not just because of one person, it's because of me too.
You. What's with all the hype? Is it all because she white? Let's come in for you. Nah, she a dog. She can ball like she might. Let's come in for you. Soaring through the sky, it's a Hawkeye legend. Let's come in for you. Now the fever on fire, WNBA jam. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Nah, that's Angel Reese dropping turds on the game. Not working on the game, not deserving of the fame. Missing wide open lays like she played with a broken wing. Seemed hopeless, man, they Celeste couldn't fix it. We scream floopies, bang, that bang getting ridiculous. Tried to poke the bear, but we laughing cause she ticklish. Can't see me no man, CC, shoot it from a distance. Shoot it with persistence, do it so consistent. Lee, 6 overall with the vision. See, still receive hate so persistent. Lee, microwave their game, cook their game in an instant. Pinpoint pretty passes through it with precision. And you can't see the difference, you tripping. Caitlin is the type that can lift all boats with poke holes, and it's all she wrote. We won't all be smoke. Let's come in for you. What's with all the hype? Is it all because she white? Let's come in for you. Nah, she a dog, she can ball like she might. Let's come in for you. Soaring through the sky, it's a Hawkeye legend. Let's come in for you. Now the fever on fire, WNBA jam.
Let's come in for you. Spooky hours. That's what it is this season, Miss Ross. It's gonna be spooky hours.
Woo. All right, y'all. People commented on they loving it and loving the Angel Reese part. Great rap voice. Vonda said, good question. Oh, do you have to pay Angel for using her soundbite? Oh.
No. I surely do not.
Well, I don't think she owns that soundbite. Anyway,
No.
I don't think she, she didn't record it, so I don't think so. But Caitlin's coming. Rhonda said, cannot wait. So I'm gonna ask you this, and we're gonna go deeper, but I'm gonna ask you what I asked you in our members live stream. Who is the U Caitlin is coming for?
The U is for all the naysayers, the doubters, the haters, that Caitlin isn't top 5, can't be the GOAT. And yeah, it's for those people that love to doubt and love to go against what we all obviously see and love about Caitlin Clark. It's going to be so obvious, glaring to the people where, no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds to me, because I said you're talking a lot of smack in this song. Caitlin's coming for you.
Yes.
You name out some folks.
Yes.
And what is your expectation from her realistically this season? And the fever too.
And the fever? Realistically. Okay, let's speak realistically. Okay, so I think this year she's going to be faster. She's going to be stronger. I think she's going to be even more efficient. So she's going to climb up the charts from 6th as with efficiency, right? She's going to go up from that right there. That's one of my favorite lines of the song. And it's so true, right? It went so beautifully. But she's going to climb up to, I believe, 1 or 2 in efficiency, maybe 3rd. But I see her climbing up a few spots from 6. I see her actually getting a few more calls this year. Not too much. I think she still will struggle with getting calls, but I think she will get to the line a few more times than she did last year. And she was shooting 90% from the free throw. That might even be better this year. I think she's going to have her legs under her, so her 3-point percentage, I think that's going to rise. The freedom, I don't think she's ever played with this kind of freedom that she's going to have with all these good players all around her that can score. They know how to play basketball, move without the ball. DeWanna Bonner can move without the basketball and score without the basketball. Sophie can score without the basketball. The only one who really got who's getting more familiar with scoring without the basketball is Kelsey Pistol Mitchell, but I think she's going to be just fine.
Now explain, when you say scoring without the basketball, what do you mean?
Being able to move around and get to the spots.
Okay.
Get to your spots, knowing how to move without the basketball. Reading the defense, seeing if you need to cut back door when it's time to cut back door. Keep the floor spread, so on and so forth. If you need to stand in that one spot, just move to the side a little bit, those type of things. Move without the basketball. So I think all of them can score like that. And that's gonna be hard to deal with Caitlin Clark. No more doubling. I don't think she's going to really have to face too much double teaming. And that's spooky hours. Yeah,
now, spooky hours. I was just talking after you left the members live. I was talking to them. I said, "Hey guys, did you see a recent picture of Damaris Dantas? Because I did. Now you are one of the first people I heard showing her some love, in spite of the fact that she had been injured and wasn't totally in shape. I've shown her some love as well. Have you seen her, like physically seen her lately?
Yes, indeed. I just looked at her stories on Instagram, and I'm getting a little nervous because I haven't seen the Fever post too much or nothing of her in maybe a few weeks, maybe a month, maybe.
No, they did recently post something.
They did?
They did, yes.
Thank the heavens. Because they roster getting tight. It's getting tight. And so I know she's still over in Brazil. But I follow her on Instagram. I love her stories. I'm starting to love her family. I'm starting to see what she's all the way about. But Dee, as I call her, I could tell she had a smooth game to her.
Yes.
Because like the one-legger, like the things that she was able to pull
off.
One
leg fadeaway?
Yeah, the one fadeaway. I'm like, oh, that's in her touch. It was so nice. And I seen the few times that she would make the three when she opened, even not being in rhythm, just getting up off the bench, coming into the game, only been in there 2-3 minutes and have to do what she had to do before Christy Step aside was pulling her aside and pulling her out the game.
Yes.
So
Yeah, Robert H. just she's on the plane now. Saw it on Instagram. So she's on her way. But yeah, I am very. She just can spread the floor. I mean, I did a video showing various highlights. She can spread the floor, knock down the three, like you said. She's got the mid range. She can play back to the basket. She can face up to the basket. What a great addition!
And she's good. She's local, good post defensive player, and she's a smart defensive player. Like she knows if somebody's faster than her. Like when she was guarding Tina Charles, I loved how she guarded her. She seems to just know how to the angles, positions of how to play defense. So I can't wait. And with her shape that she in now, I'm so looking forward to Didi.
Starting five?
A starting five. Easy peasy. That's CC at the 1. We got Kelsey Pistol Mitchell at the 2. We got Dewana Mama Bomber. She at the 3. We got Natata Howard at the 4. And Austin AB Boston at the 5.
First one off the bench.
Sophie the Trophy Cunningham.
Okay, so Sophie. Now we had this conversation. I don't want to upset anybody, but before you came on the members live, we had this conversation about Lexi Hall because there's been some content out. I haven't watched it, but I saw the titles and I see comments in my videos about Lexi. Some people believe that they would not have brought in Bree Hall from South Carolina if Lexi was if her spot was, secure. And I had an open mic and I brought on Amore. She's a member of the channel, very knowledgeable, college basketball, professional basketball. And she had a feeling about Lexi, and that was that if she were picking, she would go with Bree. She said, what would be the reason to have, I think she said Bree, Lexi, and Sophie. So as you envision this year, 2025, what role do you see those players? Is Bree making the team? Is she replacing Lexi? Is Lexi here on starting day and throughout this season? What are your thoughts?
Is Bree the young lady with the ponytail that I seen and she went to the hole so strong
on this recent video?
Yeah, and then she hit a 3. She hit a 3.
Yes.
And she got the punch. She got a real hair.
It was a slow release 3, but it was a 3. And
it was very slow. Oh, Jesus.
It was very slow. Like, I noticed that.
You're gonna do it? You got it?
Okay. Right. Yes.
Yeah, but I like her.
She came from South Carolina, was drafted. Timpson was drafted 19, Bree was drafted 20, and then we get to 33 for Ejim. So what are your thoughts about Lexi Hall?
Oh yeah, Bree not gonna make it. Bree not gonna make it. Lexi Hall, she's a dog. She's like a Mark Manson for the Lakers when he was on the Lakers. I'm old, but Mad Dog Manson for the Lakers was a fiery player. He come off the bench, hyped what a fan favorite. He come in, defensive player, hustle. He diving after loose balls. He was a dog. You didn't expect him to score. When he did get a bucket, crowd go crazy. Whenever he did get a bucket, but when he came to the game, and he just scrapped it up. And that's what Lexi do. That's what she come in the game. She scrap it up. She gonna defend from 4 through 1. Now,
but Bree is known for her defense as well. So that's the point. Right.
In college. That's college. Yeah,
that's
college.
Okay.
Yeah, that's college. This is WNBA. Lexi been doing this. You know what I mean? We going hats off to Lexi before we do Bree. Little Bree. And if we can stash her, and see later on after the CBA. But this year, she's not going to make the roster. And she's from South Carolina, too. Them SEC sisters that Angel Reese was saying Caitlin disrespected. Yeah.
Okay, well, Amore says, as you're describing Lexi, she says you're really describing Bree. Now, I'm of the mindset that, like you said, if she's coming out of college, meaning Bree, we don't yet know how she's going to translate. Lexi, who is going to have to fight for minutes, I think, on this team.
Oh, for sure.
right? But you know what you're getting with Lexi. You know she already gels with the big three, you know. So I think if I gotta take a chance, I'm gonna take I think I'm gonna take my chance on Lexi. The chemistry's there, the gel's there. I think she's good, but we're gonna find out because right now everybody's a fever right now, but they know that they're competing for limited spots.
For sure. And let me say this real quick, Ms. Ross. If they want to piss Caitlin off, to go ahead and mess with Lexi Hall if you want to. Caitlin, let it be known. Soon as she get here, yeah, she didn't come with us to the game. She's busy. When she get here, let me greet her with, hey, look, we got a surprise. You're here, okay? You're here. That was letting you know. She's here. You replace Lexi Hall or do something crazy like that for a South Carolinian too. On top of that,
this is business though. This is about basketball games.
And you want to keep your superstar, your franchise, your money, your oil, your everything. You want to keep her happy. So because like you said, it's not like Bree is going to get major minutes or somebody who's going to contribute major minutes. She's going to fight for the same type of minutes that either Lexi Hall will fight for, which is going to not be too much. Not with this team. She, it's not going to be too much. But when you put her in, she will do what we know her to do. And she will be a spark and a fan favorite that she will always continue to be. So like that's why I say Mark Mad Dog Manson. If y'all don't know who that is, you ain't got to go Google him. But if you do know, then that's Lexi Hall.
Yeah, I think. I mean, she's definitely scrappy. I was underwhelmed with her during Unrivaled. Unrivaled, of course, is not 5-on-5 professional basketball. It's different. But I could see her trying to add to her game. And I've seen an interview where she talked about something early on. She talked when Stephanie White came in, she talked about some things that White wants to do with her. As you know, Lexi, she get in the corner, she shoots the three. She tries to drive to the basket, kind of circles around, comes out, she can pass into the post, etc. But she didn't start off as a starter, but she hit this spurt. But she's not a starter type player. And she needs to add more to her game. But I'm thinking they're going to keep her. And
you heard what Caitlin said in the interview. I know you remember this. I know y'all remember this, chat. Y'all remember when she was sitting there, she had a real good game, and the reporter asked Lexi, she said, "You've been on a nice little run lately. Like, what is it? What's going on?" And Caitlin said, "She's been hanging out with me."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, she's rubbing off on me." Yeah. And that's really what it, her going to Unrivaled, because that's what type of player she's going to, she get like Caitlin, it makes all her players around her better. Yeah. And if you're a Lexi Hall, who you're doing even extra work with Caitlin and not just in the practice with the team, but you're actually doing the same drills she doing on her off time or on y'all off time, which I believe Lexi was in the gym doing the same. We in the gym all day, shooting logo threes, hit the rim, no way. So, I think that got her game right to where she was ready to catch and shoot. She like, I just go spot up over here and I'm ready. And Caitlin probably was getting on her too. Like, I need you in the gym. I need you hitting those. And so when she goes and plays with Angel Reese and Chelsea Grace, and she's not a player that's going to go get her own basket. She's a player that if you set me up right, and I can get busy. But she did play that defense. She played that defense.
Oh, come on now. Yeah. No.
And that's it. That's what I said. I was like, that's all we need her for. We don't need her to, and she will hit her shots because in that practice, all them shooters, it becomes infectious. So
What do you think that because again, your song, you're talking about Caitlin's coming for you. So it's like an alert, to the haters, to the old guard media, but also to the league, to the players.
To the league, yes.
Right. To the players. So what is she coming with this year that she may not have had last year?
She coming with the thunder. She
Tell me what the thunder sounds like.
She come with the thunder. It's going to be spooky hours, Miss Ross. Look, when you can rotate the team too, because just that starting lineup is that starting lineup. But when you add a Sophie Cunningham coming off their bench, who's going to be a fan favorite, and no matter where the Fever go, they're going to be fan favorite. The majority of the fans in the building will be Fever fans. And so when she go hit that scores table, whatever we doing good already and however we rolling, the crowd is just going to erupt and the energy going to get even more sparked up when Sophie enters the game. And they're going to go on I can see them going on another run. Then you got Sydney Colson and Dantes and Bree Turner that come right in on after that. And then that's where you talk about Lexi Hall and Tina Thompson when they on the back burner. But
Michaela Timpson, yes. Although I would love for them to bring Tina Thompson back,
Yeah, it's not bad.
Houston. But I gotta say, hold up a little bit, because I think it's Freedom Runner who has said he doesn't think that, and others have said they're not sure Bree Turner will make the team. Brianna Turner. I had her in my list of the 10 people for sure, and then I gave my prediction of that one player, but Brianna Turner is not guaranteed to be on this team. And Freedom, I don't know if he wants her to be on the team. I don't know.
Yeah, that's Brianna Twitter finger Turner. Yeah, that's what I call it. Brianna Twitter finger Turner. One thing I have to say, I had a change of heart. She hasn't been on Twitter being a social activist and nothing. She's been in the gym. And she's been in the gym sharpening her blade, and it's looking very sharp. I'm loving what I'm seeing from her. Even in her practices, like I had did a breakdown of the one with her, Natasha Howard, and Leah Boston, and Coach Keith Porter. And I'm going over how their shots, Natasha Howard and Brianna Turner, theirs wasn't hitting the rim. A lot of their shots was all net, all swishes. And most of AB shots was rattling, running around, rolling around the rim. And I'm like, in training and in practice, when you're doing this, you want to be able to put the perfect arch, the perfect touch, because even though that counted or went in, it doesn't count in my training sessions. In my training sessions, when we doing shots from every spot around the court, whether it's floaters, whether it's layups off the glass, whatever it is, it can't hit the net or it don't count. I need 3 from every spot. So that just teaches you how to put a nice, real touch, and repetition is everything. So I don't know. Turner, I didn't know she can do, she looked better than AB, I have to say, in them training sessions.
I think AB is gonna surprise some people. I'm not gonna put Turner over AB.
I'm not doing that neither, not yet.
But I want to talk about, you said Caitlin has the Thunder, but I want to know, listen, Kennedy Carter asked the question, other than threes, what does she bring to the table? And the whole league found out what that is. Caitlin can obviously shoot, but Caitlin can also pass the ball better than she can shoot, I would say. Can lead the break. She's just smart. The IQ is just off the charts. But what is she? Here's the bag. She got a 3-pointer in the bag.
Oh.
She's got passing in the bag. What else is in this bag that may not have been in the bag last year, or at least she didn't pull it out too much?
I think she got that float game going on.
Okay, so we're expecting to see floaters.
I think we're gonna see float game.
We've been seeing them in practices.
I've been seeing them. She coming out with them floaters. And the middies, Who said that? Freedom Runner, those middies, and because I liked how she said when I heard her say getting more comfortable pulling up inside the arc, getting more comfortable, and that's exactly what it is. Adrienne Bowman, muscle memory inside the arc and with those floaters, and look, she live in that gym. So, and to hear Stephanie White say, we had long-term goals and short-term goals for Caitlin Clark. Yeah. And we taught her something, and she learned it that day. And we already had to move on. So her long-term is probably going to be a lot shorter than.
Yeah, right. No. when you think about Caitlin's ball handling skills, obviously you work with people on basketball. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not talking about her shooting. I'm not talking about her passing. I'm talking about her ability to handle the rock. 1 to 10, where do you place her and why?
I'm giving her 8. I'm giving her 8 because she keep them handles tight. It's real straight to the point. It's quick, crispy. She don't need to dribble the air out of the ball. And I love a player that can get to their spots that doesn't need to dribble the air out of the ball. And so she's quick, so she knows how to use her quickness to get past people and just that little hesitation. And even if Caitlin comes up and she knows if she just pumped that head up, you're going to have to respect just that and might have to flinch out and she tap, dribble. So her handles for me is an 8 because I've seen her handle the ball pretty good and dribble through traffic and all that and keep her dribble and then make a nice pass or a nice shot.
Will she ever look like an Enrique?
With the handles?
Yeah.
Enrique handles. I have to look at Enrique handles a little bit more. They nice. They very nice.
Yeah. It's more like street ball kind of.
Playground. Yeah, it's playground.
I mean, she over dribbles to me.
Yes, yes.
But I think you hit the nail on the head when you said she's straight to the point.
Yes.
I don't see, other than her passing and of course her shooting, I don't see a flashy ball handler.
No.
I see that efficiency you talked about in your song. She's quite efficient. All right. So, Freedom says Enrique is a showboat. She's and she's Lester's Banana says has nice handles, but she's not efficient.
Yeah.
And Caitlin is, I mean, nobody's gonna look at her and be like, yo, look at them handles. I don't think, but that's not what she's after, right?
Yeah, and she does what she needs to do at the right times. If she has to tap the ball or go through the legs, tween real quick, but she's doing it. She doesn't have wasted dribbles. She dribbles with a purpose. That's what I always tell the kids I coach. You dribble with a purpose every time. You never lazy dribbles. Always keep that thing tight. Keep it low. You understand? It shouldn't go past your waist. That's what I'm saying. So when I look at her, I don't see the ball ever going too high, or she always got it at the right spot. She knows when to cross it over, when to go behind the back, when to step. So it's all right to the point. Love her handles.
My pet peeve is when people waste dribbles. When bigs put the ball on the floor when they don't have to, annoys me. When guards waste the dribble and if you're not going anywhere, then there's no reason to dribble, right? I know some people, they need it for the rhythm that they get, but you put yourself in a bad situation when you put the ball on the floor, you got nowhere to go, you're not dribbling with the purpose, and then the defense comes, now you got to pick up your dribble. It's you just wasted. So yeah, dribble with a purpose. I love that. Now in your song, you said that you think that she's going to get a few more calls than she got before. But now to your song, with CC coming for you and her upping her game, you told me about the officials. How will she be received or treated this year? Same as last year? I know I'm putting you on the spot with all these questions. We don't pre-plan anything. We're just talking. So what are your thoughts about how, forget the officials, what about the opponents?
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Rumble CC like Muhammad Ali. They are about to, that team, I already feel like they're falling in love with each other. And they're going to have each other's back. Yeah, I think they're going to be a real tight net, and they're not going to be a team you want to mess around with. And I think all the other teams already kind of know that because they know Natasha Howard, she been not one to mess around with. The Wanda Mama Bomber has been in this league for a long time with her little toothpick self. She ain't one to mess around with. and Sydney Colson, they all sweethearts. But
Sophie Cunningham.
Sophie, kickboxing. Sophie go from a model to a kickboxer to basketball. Listen, so yeah, I know they're on notice. The thing about it is too, it's not like they don't know. You know, they came there knowing she got the most flagrant fouls called against her. She was targeted. We all seen it. They seen it. They know it. So they just like Sophie Cunningham. She said it in one of her interviews where she said, I have to have my teammates back, and you guys haven't even seen the most fiery out of me that you're going to see. So they're looking forward to it. And Caitlin, all the same too. With them guns, her guns look like they look like mine coming out. I said, CC, don't hurt them too tough, CC. But go ahead, do what you do, rumble.
Right now, so you're saying, are they going to test it a little bit, or they're on notice?
No, they don't notice. They already know. They know better. They don't notice. They like, okay, so yep, no more messing around with her. You know, year 2, she's not a rookie no more. Now she actually got a team that, unless something happens, it's gonna be a whole lot of girls. Soon as somebody knock CC to the ground crazy or something, you gonna see a whole DeWanna.
Listen, unless it's Alyssa Thomas that comes at her. Well, she probably on notice too.
Yeah, she on notice. Don't mess with my lady. Don't mess with my girl. Caitlin.
Don't mess with CC.
Don't mess with my girl CC. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. So I think DeWanna Mama Bomber, she seems like she has a good say in that relationship on what's going on in the household.
And I feel like Stephanie White, she's made comments in an interview. They talk about the vitriol and the hatred and the whole thing that they always try to attribute to Caitlin Clark fans. But she did say, we got to understand too, that some of that stuff is, that's trolling, Right. And I love when Kelsey was on with Nneka Gumike's podcast, and she tried to talk about, them fans, them fans is something else. Y'all fans.
In people's business.
And be in people's business. And Kelsey let her know the wave that CC has created, right? Yeah. And I did a video, and the look on her face was like, she got stopped right in her tracks. And I think Stephanie White has the veteran coaching. She understands how this thing works. I'm sure they are all in one accord that we're stopping the narratives. We're not playing the game, and you protect your teammate. You can't let all that stuff come in there, because the narrative out there is going to continue to be the Fever fans are horrible people and Caitlin Clark by extension, I think. And if she really balls out like people expect, I don't know. Will they respect her more, meaning the players, or will the jealousy heighten? It's a shame we even have to ask that question, because this is professional sports. But it's different in the WNBA. It's different with women in general, I think. If she totally balls out, will it finally be like, oh man, like Diana Taurasi had to look at her and just be like, yo, she's a real deal. From what you've seen, because you weren't watching the WNBA back in the early days.
Well, when Lisa and them when it first started up, I was watching it. And I always tune in here and there, check out Amaya Moore, Candace Parker when she got there, because I watched them play in college. So tune in, but no, I wasn't watching.
Right. And a lot of people say, oh, it was always this bad. It wasn't. In the beginning with your Cynthia Cooper, it was just different. I left and came back and said, what is this?
Yeah, it was real.
Different. But will Caitlin earn the respect, aside from her teammates being enforcers and things like that? Will she earn their respect with her game, or will that jealousy heighten in your mind?
That's a tough one. I think year 2 is the jealousy will heighten. This year it'll be more so she got a super team, it ain't Caitlin or whatever. But I don't know. On the flip side, I'm feeling like Kaylin gonna give us 40-point performances. I know she got a lot of scores, but I just think she's gonna be very efficient and very free to play how she want to play. Mm-hmm. And with her teammates not having no ill will, feel like she pull up from out yonder is what she feel like doing. I just think they're gonna be so in sync with each other. I just got that feeling that she's gonna be able to have. We're gonna be able to see her play her best basketball that I don't think we ever even seen yet.
Wow. Well, I hope so, because she's so young still, right?
Right.
Your song, you mentioned Angel Reese in your song. So for those who didn't catch it, tell us some of those lyrics that were in the song pertaining to Angel.
So tried to poke the bear, but we laughing because she ticklish. That goes for Dejanay Spicy Freddy Krueger Carrington as well.
Poke the bear. Okay.
Poke the bear, yeah, poke the bear. And even Caitlin Clark not Caitlin, but Angel Reese trying to poke fun of. So they go poke the bear, but we laughing because she ticklish, because Caitlin just got up from that poke, put a towel in her eye, and was right back out there. See, y'all not stopping me at all. So got that one from there. And then, of course, I have a feeling they're going to try to lock Caitlin Clark out, especially if she kills them the way I think she's going to kill them this year, and they're going to try to ask for a crazy amount of dollars. And so that's where they'd be working at the car wash, shining your rims, because most of them all washed.
Oh, you mean for the CBA negotiations?
Yeah, for the CBA negotiations in 2026. And so I'm like, if they try to lock you out, they're going to be working at the car wash because most of them all washed. And claiming they're the reason that most of us all watch. That's funny, because that's not the truth. So that's where she came in. I said, that's perfect timing. We did the whole first verse was about Caitlin Clark and how she do things, and to end it out that way, I said, okay, great. So to start the second verse, since I ended it on an Angel Reese, rhyme, I started it with "Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane," which she plays for the sky, and the famous line that we all know: "Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane." So Angel Reese dropping turds on the game because she be stinking up the court, pooping up the court, not working on the game. And to me, when I say not work, I know we see these 9-second clips, right, of her in the gym. That's not really, you're not really working on your game. That's pretend. You're pretending. And I know that. See, that's the frankness in me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to call her pretending. That's pretending. You pump faking like you're really in the gym working on your game. But see, we don't have to see Caitlin Clark or people who really work on their game, or Steph Curry. We don't have to see their workout footage to know that they're working on their game. We can watch them play and say, oh, they be in the gym, because you can tell how everything is repetition, how they do things, how it's efficient.
So you don't think that Angel Reese, and this is not, I know we're going to have drive-bys come through, and let me just make this clear, right? These are professional basketball players. So we can talk about professional basketball players, right? I'm not advocating anybody being nasty or anything like that, but these are professional basketball players. It's not personal, okay? So you don't think that she's working on her game? Because she can be working on her game without us seeing footage.
Yes. Yeah. No, because her game, when I watch her play in the actual games, is terrible. And it's really,
maybe that's just her skill level.
Yeah, no, because when she spent that at least one day a week with Lisa Leslie and Rivalry, you've seen a little change here and there, and she was doing proper layups because these are layups. It's really, it's not like that's not fixable. Those are layups. We can 5 and 6 year olds. You can teach them how to make efficient layups, especially right underneath the basket, wide open. She misses even wide open layups. So that tells me you can't be working on your game, because if you was and you had the right people, I mean, like, come on, just extend. She shoot layup from here. Goodness. So No, you can't be working on your game. You can't.
I gotta believe she's working on her game. It's just, and that's why I said in the video I did. You just looked at me like,
I don't know, my man.
I mean, no, but seriously, I said in the video that I know mic and drills are not like thrilling, but I would, if I were Angel, I would release those kinds of videos because that's what her fans want to see her doing. And there are different variations of it. And I would show that at least. I mean, I get the 3 is more, and maybe Chicago's not going to use her under the basket as much. Is that possible? I don't know. This Tyler Marsh. But maybe Camila Cordova, maybe they want to, I don't know. But we've not, other than with Lisa Leslie, we're not seeing the under the basket kind of stuff. I think that she's got to be doing it. You don't believe it because of what you see. But you use, in your lyrics, you said dropping turds on the game. And you're talking about, like you said, stinking up the court. The bigger picture. Is Angel Reese good for the game, meaning the league?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Elaborate.
Because he's controversial and the league needs something because it's not it's not as many talented players, especially like a Caitlin Clark, a must-see TV. A generational, something we haven't really seen before. So you need somebody. If you're gonna have other girls who miss layups, we got even one on our team, Lexi Hall, be missing wide open layups.
Yeah, for real.
So you got a lot of that going on in the league. So if she just misses more and she talks louder than the other girls who misses layups, so it's very more noticeable when she does it. And
right.
Yeah, so you need that because she keeps something to talk about for the WNBA.
Okay. So you, like myself, will do videos of her working out. The little we gotten to see, 9 seconds, whatever. I got all these people in my comments yesterday and today about my video, last night and today. Like we're not supposed to talk about Angel at all. But like you said, she's loud and she's a professional basketball player. If you don't talk about her, then you're being disrespectful of her and not treating her like a professional basketball player because you're ignoring her. Then if you do talk about her, nobody can dispute the facts of what I'm pointing out in the video. And I'm not trying to be mean and whatever. If I see she does something good, I'm going to say that. Like I did with Unrivaled live stream. I don't have a problem with that. I think if nothing else, I'm fair. Right. But I see what I see. And you can't be such a high profile athlete. And by high profile, that doesn't mean high performance. It means your popularity. It means your Caitlin Clark, and right after Caitlin is Angel Reese in terms of high profile and popularity. So what are these people thinking who get so offended if you mention where her form is off? What is up with that? She's a professional, not a 4-year-old.
They've been spinning a narrative about the race stuff. And so because we're black and she's black, and she's a woman, black woman, and the whole black women aren't protected, black men don't protect their black women. So how dare you talk about this sister and you hype up this white girl, and then now we're not even talking about basketball no more.
No, we're not.
That's where it starts to go. And as soon as you say, well, what about the basketball? What about what I just said? Like you just said, what about what Miss Ross just broke down in very plain English, in very clear sight for everyone to see as we hit slow motions and pause right here. And like, we know basketball, ladies and gentlemen. And so Miss Ross is Coach Ross. You understand? And she really played ball herself. I'm Coach Pope, off air, I'm Coach Pope. My kids know me. My son called me Coach Pope.
Yeah.
And it's like, so we are looked at as people who really know basketball. So we see something wrong in someone's game, especially a person who's loud, like Angel Reese is, and it's because of Me Too, then yeah, we're going to say, well, what is this? So you getting handcuffed when you shoot? You doing a Thriller? I thought she was doing Michael Jackson. Okay, never mind. I thought she was doing Thriller, Miss Ross. I didn't know what she was doing with that.
Yeah. But it's like, don't touch that. Don't touch. It's not about the facts of they can't dispute the facts, but it's almost like people don't want her to get better. Like I believe, like Lisa Leslie said, I believe it's fixable. I believe it's fixable, but her fans are not, they just think it's all about hate and jealousy and clicks. And I have had to tell people, get out my wallet, mind your business, because everybody, you're just doing it for clicks and money. And I'm like, none of my money is your business. Okay. Mind your business. Right? If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I want to have, like with you, if we disagree on Caitlin Clark's, what she brings to the table, then you should say, Adrienne, you did that video and you commented about Caitlin Clark going left. And I think this is wrong because this is the way it's supposed to be. But no facts. They're not coming with facts. It's all emotion. So I think that they wanted the Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese narrative, the Rookie of the Year race. They pushed it and pushed it and pushed it, but then it got to the point where they couldn't even pretend anymore. So that was done, right? But now, and like you said, the drama helps the league. It's sick and it's a cesspool out there on social media, but it helps the league. So are they going to continue, do you think, the Angel Caitlin rivalry narrative, or do you see other people coming into that conversation?
Oh no, they added on. What they did good was having Haley Van Lift go to the Sky. That heightens that rivalry up a little bit more, even between the teams, because Caitlin and Haley, they got a nice on court rivalry. To where, they came in the same time. They both played the point guard. They both top-notch point guards in their recruiting classes when they came out. They battled for the spots on the USA teams, 19 and under. And Haley, she was the starter and all of that stuff. So not Kaylee, that's my daughter. Caitlin, whenever she sees her, is like, yes, I got to do you. Even if they like each other, I think they might be okay off the court. Yeah, that's just a competitive, Caitlin, we all know now how competitive Caitlin Clark is.
Yes.
And so, every time I see you, friend, I have to cook you. Yes, indeed.
Right. So you think that's going to continue?
I think that's going to continue. And then you have Paige and that with Dejanay Spicy Mustard over there and her girlfriend, Alyssa Smith, and Enrique being a top player in the league. That should be interesting.
So you foresee them, because I kind of think that it's obvious that Angel is not on Caitlin's level, and the difference in positions makes that direct rivalry. I think you're right about Chicago and the Fever, because they want to push that. Even the Fever did when they announced that they're playing them 5 times or whatever it is. They, in their release, their statement, they mentioned the rivalry there. But like you said, Dallas and Paige, I think they're going to really, they're already doing it. Paige was Caitlin before Caitlin was Caitlin. I think they want to push the Paige, because Angel's just not, I know this bothers some of her fans, but she's not in the same universe as far as skill with Caitlin. Where do you see the situation with Paige? Do you see them pushing that?
I see them pushing. They might try. It depends. I don't know how Paige is going to look yet. I'm not sure.
Right.
If she look nice, if she go and handle her candle out there, then yes. They should, and hopefully, I'm hoping the Dallas Wings are good, and
Yeah.
that is a thing. That Paige is good, so that can be a real rivalry and have us something else to look forward to. Because I think we're gonna we're gonna go.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people hope Paige will be good too, but not for as admirable reasons as you. Many of them were rooting for her to get that championship, not because they were UConn fans, but because they wanted to continue that. Look what Caitlin never got a championship, and Paige got her championship.
Yeah.
So they want to roll. They want to roll
basketball.
Yeah. So, are you gonna get a chance to go to any games this year?
Yes, indeed. I'm gonna beat Dallas Wings game when they come to Dallas. I'm gonna go to Dallas Wing game. I'm trying to get to a playoff game as well
Okay.
this year. So I plan on doing the Fever and Dallas Wings and All-Star. Yeah, I'm planning on going to Indiana for All-Star. We come on. Let's come on. What's up? What's up?
Wow.
What's up with you?
Listen, I like to be able to see the game. I don't need to be in the building. I know people want to, and I'm not paying the arm and the leg to go.
Let's just go to be in the atmosphere. The All-Star weekend. How about let's just go to Indiana to just be in the atmosphere, go downtown, wherever the festivities they have it, and we can go live. You know how cool that would be for the fans? Your fans would let's go. Meet me down there. I probably don't go in the building either. Last year I went to Phoenix, but it was too freaking hot.
I remember you went.
I wasn't prepared for the 115, 120 degrees. I wasn't.
Yeah, they always tell you, but it's a dry heat. Look, he is heat.
Oh, that was different.
So one person we've not mentioned is Asia Wilson. What's your expectation? April's still trying to. April said, "Oh, they mentioned Angel. Now I can jump in here and defend her." Chill out, April. Nicole, chill out. She's like the April. She's always like the Angel contingent in the group, right?
Yeah.
But Asia, what are your thoughts about Asia? What are your expectations this year? We already know what Elle is expecting. Elle Duncan is expecting that, she would be MVP again were it not for voter fatigue. But what are you thinking and expecting from Asia? Obviously a great basketball player.
I think Asia's going to have a monster season again, but I don't know if her team I don't know. I don't know what her team will look like just because of what they looked like last year when expectations and when people was actually watching and stuff like that. It seemed like they took a hit. They took a backseat. 7 losses more than they had the year prior when they won a championship and then got bounced out with the second round or something like that. So I don't know. And the way she talked about, she didn't feel like there was a championship team. So I'm kind of questioning her leadership. But her as an individual player, I think she's going to be unstoppable still because she be in the gym. I can tell. See, I haven't seen out one training footage of Asia Wilson this whole offseason. But the way she played last year, I can tell she's in the gym working on her game. And I know she's anticipating for year 2 to be even more eyes on the game. And even more eyes. And now she knows she has more responsibility losing a Kelsey Plum. Yep. And
but she's gonna have to play with Jewel Lloyd. That's gonna be interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Well, other than the Fever, we talked about the Fever. We talked about Chicago, Dallas, the Aces. Any other team that piques your interest at all, or it's just not
Liberty?
really?
Liberty always. Liberty. Yeah.
Liberty.
They always the team that and definitely Sabrina. She's a baller. They whole roster. I love their roster over there. They got a good roster over there. So I think that's always going to be. And then they have a title to defend. A lot of people were saying that, the refs handed them that title.
I was one of them who said it.
Yeah, me too.
The rigification of the playoffs.
Yeah, very much so. So I think they got something to prove. And they added, who did they add? That was very good. I think
Who did Minnesota add or New York?
New York. New York.
Oh, it's Maureen Johannes or something like that.
Yeah. She's nice.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, I saw some. I've seen some videos of her. Like, what in the world?
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, where is she? So yeah. And Natasha Cloud. They said Natasha. I believe, they got Natasha Cloud as well.
Natasha Cloud. That's right.
Yep. That's Natasha Cloud and that girl. So I think they anteed up a little bit to try to give a nice run with Fever. But yeah, I can see Liberty and Fever matching up in the finals and Fever taking the game. Yeah.
Okay, so your prediction as CC's coming for you. Your prediction is that the Fever wins the championship this year?
Yes, ma'am. CC, yes, indeed. CC for you, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. I believe, God wills it, injury free. No serious injuries to no significant key players. That definitely will nothing stop them from winning the chip. Caitlin Clark will get her first WNBA ring 2025 season, 2025-26 season.
Wow. Y'all heard that? He said championship. Beautiful Afro woman says the Fever will be 37-7. Interesting. All right, listen, I want you to stay right there. I want to put in, you guys know how we do, especially those who are members, you know how we do, and you get an opportunity to come on. Is there anybody who would like to come on, have a question for Pope, whether it's about his song, whether it's about any of the things he said, anything I didn't even talk about, or myself, you have a question, there is the link. I'm putting it in right now. Some of you old pros with getting on the mic, you can come on if you've got a question, and we'll do our best to answer it. So there's that link. Who's coming on? Got a question for Pope? While we wait for a second, would you remind everybody again your channel, the name of your channel?
DaPope B Frank. DaPope B Frank. God rest the soul to Francis Pope too. Somebody thought that was me. Somebody said,
"Oh my God,
I had passed." Who was that?
Mick
Talk Sports. Mick Talk Sports said, "Rest in peace to Pope" in his chat, and he thought they was talking about me.
So, oh man, wow.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad it wasn't you.
No.
Well, here's his channel. Here's his channel again. There's the link to his channel. You can go over there. I'll put it up right here. You can go over there and subscribe to his channel right now.
Yep, on our way to 10,500. So yeah, that's love. Thank you.
Absolutely. So somebody want to come on? You got a question for Pope or for me? Don't be shy. You don't have to do video either. We do audio or video.
Yes,
there's
indeed.
The link again. Well, we can get a couple people. Somebody just said, come on. It's moving too fast. I'm trying to put this one up. Okay, here it is. Charlie said, come on, April and Kelly Marie, bring the argument to the screen. I'm not in the chat close enough to see what y'all arguing about, but April's always arguing about something that has to do with Angel. Not April G. I'm talking about April Nicole. So why don't you come on and you guys can just state your case and Pope and I can oversee.
Yeah. Y'all can duke it out.
You can make your you can't say that I didn't give you an opportunity, April, because you never like it when we talk about Angel. You think it's personal and not basketball or whatever the case may be. So you're welcome to come on, or anyone else welcome to come on. Pope, is there anything else you would want to add in the meantime, or I don't know if they're going to come on, but about your song, about where they going to be able to access it?
Right now, you can access it on my channel, the one that Miss Ross just played. You can access it on my channel, CC for you. It's 2 versions. I think they actually titled it a different way, but it'll be out on again, Apple Music, Spotify Music, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, all that good stuff. Here in a few, I'm gonna release it. I gotta see what dates is available for them to release it. But right now, if you want to hear it and all of that good stuff, it's on my channel.
Mm-hmm. All right, but it's coming, and you said you're gonna probably have T-shirts as well, like
Definitely.
you did last time. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Adrienne says, Adrienne E. I'll let you address this, Pope. Adrienne E. says Angel is a great role player. What do you think of that? True or false?
True. Very true. You can have her coming off the bench with her energy she brings to the game, rebounding the way she do, and see if I was. And I'm looking at it like if I'm coaching her team. If I'm coaching her team, she might be a real good player for real, because we're going to fix that. We're going to correct those incorrects of the layup form and all of that. We'll get that down. She'll be making layups for us, but yeah, she'd definitely come off a good role player, if not off the bench, even if she's in the starting lineup. But she would have to be with. She can't have a Camila Cardosa, both of them down low like that. That doesn't fit well for neither.
Maybe that's why she's shooting them threes.
Yeah. I think the sky. I said that. I seen you. We said similar things in our breakdowns of that. Where I'm like, I said, maybe this guy told her, you better learn to shoot some threes, or some spread the floor a little bit.
Yeah. We'll find out. And it's funny because the question from Adrienne and also your comment makes me think that because I've wondered, I'm like, is there a coach who has, with all the pressure about Angel Reese, like they feel the need to talk about her like in the same breath as they talk about Caitlin all the time, even though anybody watching knows that, I mean, she's got an upside with her rebounding and stuff, but they know it's not the same, it's not like greatness on the basketball court. I'm wondering if there is a coach who would have the nerve to bring her off the bench. Oh, Araceli, I think you got to mute yourself for a second or turn off. There's something in the background. I don't know if anybody has the nerve to do that, because that's gonna be like, if someone said, you know what, I really need Angel coming off the bench. I don't know if there's a coach who has the nerve to do it.
No, I don't think so neither.
They'd be like, they don't know what's gonna happen outside the stadium after that. Oh man, with the people and just so upset. Okay, Araceli, hello.
Hi, how are y'all?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good. What's going on?
Well, not much. Just, a whole lot, however. But I just been away for a while, and then I came back. I've been reading or trying to watch as many videos as possible and commenting on as many as I can as well.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
Just catching up and stuff. But I guess my question to you guys would be, to you both, would be, what kind of record do you think the Fever are going to have? And when, this is a two-part kind of question, right? What kind of record do you think they're going to finish with? And then also, at what game do you feel that they're going to be, and that they're going to make their stride, that they're going to hit their stride, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, we can go all the way?
I'm not good with the numbers prediction. I think it's fair. I think they're going to start strong, but I think just as a game is a game of runs, I think a season is a game of runs. And I think they're going to have some patches that are going to cause the fans or the people to say, it's a mess and we knew it, and Christy Side should still be here, and all kinds of stuff. I think there will be opportunities for us to question things, and that's why you got to keep your head on straight. As far as the number, it's going to be well over the 2020. Last year they ended 20-20 at 500. But I have a feeling out of the gate, it's going to feel pretty good. That's just my thought. I know they have to gel, but that's just a feeling that I get. And I'll defer to you, Pope.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick with what I've been saying. 44-0.
Dang.
Oh wow.
We're not losing at all.
Araceli laughed. Wait. Araceli, did you laugh because that's what you wanted to hear, or did you laugh because you don't believe it?
That's a bold prediction, man.
That's right.
That's a bold prediction. Listen, I don't think it's unbelievable.
No.
But I also have to, think of the gelling type of the gel, that, I mean, they're going to have to come together, right? And obviously they're working on their chemistry already, little by little.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's still going to be worked on a couple of kinks here and there at the beginning of the season. So I don't think that it's going to be as smoothly as we all feel like it's going to be right at the beginning. So I do think that by the fourth or fifth game for myself, this is what I'm thinking, right? At the fourth or fifth game mark, I think that they're going to be like, wow, we're going to be pretty unstoppable here.
So wait, so are you saying that it's going to take them 4 or 5 games to get one win?
No. They're going to win. I mean, they're going to win maybe 2 or 3 games there and stuff. I would say the 3 games they're going to maybe lose one but at that point, I would say, because they're going to be figuring out how to win, right? And who's going to be taking that last shot? Because remember, they got any one of those starting 5 are going to be able to do or be able to finish and be able to do the crunch time type of play. So it's going to come. I would think about the 5th or 6th game that they're going to end up having to figure out. All right, so on this game or on this particular play, this is who's going to take that last shot, because any one of them can actually, make the game winner. And that's if it becomes a close game to begin with, right? Because if they end up winning a lot of those games by 10, 15 points, then, it's going to be quite a very unchallenged season for them, I would say,
Yeah, I think it's not. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk, because understand that it's sort of like it's so weird, Pope, because you mentioned the Liberty. The Liberty is the returning champ, and everybody gets up for that number 1 team, right? Everybody wants to bring their best game, and it's so weird because people are talking about the Fever as if they didn't go from the bottom to just 500, which was pretty good compared to, they hadn't been in the playoffs for years. But people already have the mindset about the Fever being the team to beat. I'm going to quote Courtney Williams, who said, this team is scary, right? So people are going to bring their A game to the Fever because they know they have to. And believe it or not, they don't want Caitlin to win. And it's going to be interesting because there are people who, they love Sydney Colson. They're like, no, not Sydney on that team. But they don't want Caitlin to succeed either. But they're going to come ready but I would rather have the problem of trying to, it's a problem. It can be a problem. I'd rather have a problem of figuring out, okay, I got 5 people who can take the last shot. Let me figure it out. Right? Rather than, oh my goodness, who in the world could take the last shot? We ain't got nobody.
No, I mean, I would say that the rotations have to be, Stephanie White is going to have a field day trying to figure out rotations, right? And who's coming off the bench. And then also, I mean, does she take the entire starting lineup out and then put an entire bench? I think she can do that. I think she can get away with doing that against the Valkyrie, against the Sun, and that's going to be rest for the starters, I would say.
Well, what do you say to that? What are you going to say, Pope?
Now, yeah, certain games, you might be able to do that depending on especially the score, because I think the starting lineup will start out with foots on neck. And then if you want to do that against Mystics or something like that, or you just coming off of a back-to-back or something like that, and you might want to go ahead and, like you said, rest the starters, you could do the Army swap out. But I just see them already gelling. I think they've been in the gym, and even more so than what we've seen throughout the offseason of the little snippet here and this, that, and the other there. I think they've been in the gym a lot more than that together.
Yeah.
All off season. And so now I just think the way they're going to be able to flow and play defense, that's the main thing. They have a lot of defensive minded players plus coaches to where they're going to have easy offense.
Right. Exactly.
You have a coach on the floor. That's why I don't think it's going to take them that long in jail, because defensively, I think those ladies is going to be locked in. And which you getting rebounds, or you forcing bad shots and you getting rebounds and you getting outlets and you out of there, that's going to be tough to deal with. And Caitlin Clark is a true coach on the floor. That's the best coach to have. Like, if you're going, so even with Stephanie White as good of a coach she is, to have Caitlin Clark to be your coach on the floor with those players,
right.
Right.
Gerald, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome. So glad you're here. And also, Mark said, don't undersell Dantas this year, but I think he must have come in late because we had that conversation too, Mark. We're in agreement with you on that. All right, Araceli, you got anything else?
No, that was just it. Well, one more.
Yes.
I would say trying to look past this season though, but I would think, who do you think is going to stick with the Fever after this 2020, this CBA thing? I mean, everybody's trying to is vying for a future contract, right? And maybe Bonner is going to retire if they win, or even Natasha Howard. But maybe she's still got another 1 and 2 repeat and stuff. So, who do y'all think is going to come back?
Yeah, for me, I don't even think you can entertain that right now, because I think some of it will depend on how things go this year.
Yeah,
and the money. It all depend on the money. Like who all they'll be able to keep, how much they want to get paid, negotiations, things like that. So if the one bomber want to come back, how much is she going to want, and what the new contracts are going to look like? Because I believe definitely if they're going to be getting paid a lot more, I don't think they're going to retire if they agree to give them max salary can be $1.5 million. They're like, oh, they might go out there and try to, hey, let me see if the Valkyrie will give me, so that'll be the key, knowing that you're gonna have to re-sign Caitlin Clark. You already re-signed, you paying Kelsey Mitchell. So Sophie, I think she's gonna stay put for sure. I believe she will be a Fever for a while. I can say that kind of confidently. Lexi Hall, same thing. Because those are 2 contracts that you're not gonna have to give them max deals. But after that, I don't know. Natasha Howard, and like you said, depend if they're willing to take a pay cut, which I doubt they're gonna be willing to do. We might lose a Natasha Howard, and we might lose the DeWanna Bonner after the new CBA.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for having me and answering my questions. And it's always the pleasure to come on the air with you guys, especially you, Adrienne. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to have you on, Araceli. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
See you, Araceli. Nice to
All
talk
right,
to
so Gerald just started membership, and he's got this question. He said, "Great show, thank you, Gerald." And he said, "What do you think about the Fever running a read and react offense while CC is on the ball, and motion when CC is off the ball or on the bench?" Do you want to take that?
That's very clever. That's what I would do, because she's great at that, and that's what I think Lisa Bluter did at Iowa, and so that's perfect, and especially for this team. This team, a lot of, like I said earlier in the segment, this team, they got a lot of players that can score without the ball, right? And so yeah.
I think when you listen to Stephanie White talk, everything is on the table, right? And so, like when Araceli was talking about who are they going to get that bucket from at the end, I think there's going to be so many options, because as I say all the time, don't play the play, play the game. So you have something else in mind, but you have so many. She's going to have so many different options. Well, if they come out on here, if they switch, then do this. If they don't, if they stay at home, do this. And I think it's going to be like, it's going to flow with their IQ for the game and not just like paint touches, you got to do it this way, you know. And so, but yeah, with her on the ball, good. When she motion, I mean, I just think it's all on the table.
Say that one more time, what you said about don't play the play, play the game. I'm using that. I'm taking that from you.
Yes.
I'm using that in practice tomorrow. That's nice.
It's so true because it is. It's you read and react. Don't. And I saw that, and I did my video on the last. It was the last workout video where we saw Keith Porter and then putting them through these drills, different moves at the basket, and then and he had the pad there to to create the contact. And then you notice that they were just reading. He was just doing different things, and they were reading what he did. And then with all that they had given them, whatever he gives you, then you react to that, and then you work from there. But if you're stuck on, and I've coached players like that cannot think beyond the play, and it's sort of like, I'm like, you were wide open cutting through the middle. Well, I was supposed to cut across and set a screen for her to cut, but nobody was in the, you know what I'm saying? So that IQ there, and don't play the play. It's a game. Play the game,
Yeah.
And they got the people who can do that on this team.
Yeah, that's gonna be dangerous.
I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit nervous. Like I said, I think they're gonna start smoothly, like Araceli. I think we were talking about her, but there is a bit of a nervousness too, because I don't know what to expect. You know. Right, so there is some nervousness, like, oh my goodness, because I know if things don't pop off right away, I know it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, we're gonna be here to cover. We're gonna be here to cover it.
Cover it. Y'all need to hit. Like I said, going over to DaPope. I put his link there. Going over and subscribe to his channel. He gonna be Frank, as he said, and I'm gonna see what I see and tell you. And listen, with the mainstream sports media out there, you guys need to stay dialed into people who don't have that kind of agenda, because there's an agenda out there.
Yes, it is.
It is. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. I so appreciate your time and your expertise, and just being in the chat and reading what's in the chat. I don't have a chance to read everything, but first of all, you came on, you shared your new song for those who are new. And I think when I go out, I'm going to go out on your song, but we shared the song. So you guys need to check that out. And he's going to have it on all the platforms. Hey, CC's coming for you. It's going to be a nightmare for some people. It's going to be a joy for other people. And hopefully, you know what I really want? Let me just tell, let me be honest with you. What I really want, when I came back to the WNBA, DaPope B Frank, when I came back,
you got it.
Yeah, when I came back, I was like, this is going to be so much fun. This is going to be like, I'm going to follow Caitlin from college here. I'm back in the WNBA. It's been like 20 years since I've been totally dialed in, here and there, like you, catching something here and there.
Right.
And then with all the narratives and the cesspools and everybody trying to tear people down and the jealousy and the white privilege and the this and the that, I'm like, this is not as fun as I thought it was supposed to be. This is like gut-wrenching at times,
Yes,
I'm hoping, though I don't believe it's going to happen. I mean, miraculously, it could. And I pray, literally, that it does. But without a great change, it's going to be even more dialed up, I think.
Yeah.
Do you think it gets better in terms of all the drama, or does it get in the putting down and the stay in your place and the acknowledge? And does it get better and it's basketball?
I think it gets better because the team, the Fever, put together. That the team, that they got a good mixture of all walks of life. You got you know what I mean? And so you can't, it's not like they got just, it's a good mixture. It's the team that they got. And when you winning and you dominating, everybody likes winning. You know what I mean? And when you're a hater, you can't really even hate too much on when people's winning. So the haters last year, they could take dives and digs at the Indiana Fever and that Caitlin Clark especially early in the season last year when we was losing. And they're oh, look, she's trash. Oh, turnovers. And they could do that and try to pick fun of. And then when All-Star break came and they woke a monster, like she told Christy Sides, and she just historical numbers after historical numbers. They were like, oh, okay. So this year, I think with them winning, I think they'll have a much, be winning a lot more than they was and being at the top of the league to where the haters not going to be able to have too much to say. So we just
they'll find. Oh, she got 30 points. She didn't pass it enough. Kelsey Mitchell said, and they'll come up with something. But I like your version. I think your version of it. So it's starting really soon. It's exciting. Unfortunately, not everybody can make the team. So we got whoever's on. I'm riding with you. Let's go, Fever.
Oh.
All right. I saw something here I wanted to comment on, but I don't.
Yeah. Make sure y'all hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen, before y'all get out here. If you forgot, if you came in, you didn't take your shoes off, it's okay. Take your shoes off at the door.
That's right. It was is it, I don't know how to pronounce it, grade A. Oh, grade A Jamaican. He said, talk about the narratives. He said 2 of the main characters are gone, Miss Ross. I know he's talking about Cheryl Swoops. And who's the other one he's talking about? Somebody else kind of got the boot, right?
The Sydney Brunson.
Yeah, right. Brunson. Is that her first name, Sydney? So but listen, Elle Duncan and Andrea Carter and Shanae Gumike, they got their marching orders. So
We're gonna see. We're gonna see what they got to say. How they gonna? It's gonna be lovely to see them switch up when we start winning.
Yes. Well, we know CC's coming for you, right?
CC for you.
All right. So we're gonna go out on this, and thank you all so much. Pope, thank you for coming on the show. Appreciate that.
No doubt. Thank you for having me. It's always been fun and great with you. So,
All right.
Great time.
Right.
Thank
so make sure, again, you go over and subscribe to the channel and watch the videos, hit the like button on your way out of here. We're going to go out on his new song. What's it called again?
CC for you.
CC for you. All right. I am going to share the screen. And good night, everybody. And play.
Welcome to the Just B Frank Show, the realest sports talk show on YouTube, giving fans a real-life perspective on sports and entertainment.
You knew better, you do better. Who do it better? CC for you. CC22. Yeah, 2. Let's get it. Let's government for you. What's with all the hype? Is it all because she white? Let's government for you. Nah, she a dog. She can ball like she might. Let's government for you. Soaring through the sky, it's a Hawkeye legend. Let's government for you. Now the fever on fire, WNBA jam. Fast break, she on the move. Go hard, win or lose. Dog on the court, but show charm in an interview. Even though they all hating, even though it's all Caitlyn. Sorry, bust your balls, but this year gonna be hard breaking. MVP, bad dad, logo 3-step bags. No look past, catch that. Nike couldn't check that. So check that, hating at the door. We in year 2 with the bacon if she the goat. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Rumble CC like Muhammad Ali. Shake the haters off like John the Liquidator. They games premature, should be baller than incubators. Keep putting ink the paper, keep signing for meals. If they try to lock you out, they'll be shining your wheels. Working at a car wash, cause most of them all wash. Claiming they the reason that most of us all watch.
Not just because of one person, it's because of me too.
What's with all the hype? Is it all because she white? Let's government for you. Nah, she a dog. She can ball like she might. Let's government for you. Soaring through the sky, it's a Hawkeye legend. Let's government for you. Now the fever on fire, WNBA jam. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Nah, that's Angel Reese dropping turds on the game. Not working on the game, not deserving of the fame. Missing wide open lays like she played with a broken wing. Seemed hopeless, man, they Celeste couldn't fix it. We scream floopies, bang, that bang getting ridiculous. Tried to poke the bear, but we laughing cause she ticklish. Can't see me no man, CC, shoot it from a distance. Shoot it with persistence, do it so consistent. Lee, 6 overall with the vision. See, still receive hate so persistent. Lee, microwave their game, cook their game in an instant. Pinpoint pretty passes, do it with precision. And you can't see the difference, you tripping. Caitlin is the type that can lift all boats, but poke holes and it's all she wrote. We want all the smoke. Let's come for you. What's with all the hype? Is it all because she white? Caitlin's coming for you. Nah, she a dog, she can ball like she might. Caitlin's coming for you. Soaring through the sky, I'll let you in. Caitlin's coming for you. Now the fever on 5 WNBA jams.
She's heating up.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right, good night, everybody. Much love.
All right.
This is the quickest way to clear out stuck poop.
I'm so